Hey guys, Nate from Richard's Guitar Studio, and this is the second lesson on Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. We're going to go over the solo first, and then there's some lead fills and rhythm fills in there that we didn't cover in the first video. So if you're covering the song with more than one person, you have two guitars, then they might be some parts you want to put into your performance. So the solo, I just demonstrated it, and it starts off on the E minor pentatonic scale, and so I use my third and fourth finger for the first part. We have a pinky on 15 and third finger on 14, and you bend the third finger but not the pinky. Right, so you gotta spread the strings away from one another, and then another bend, release, 12th fret. 14, 12, then you have a hammer on and pull off. Next part, you have a couple of pickup notes, and then your kind of cliche blues lick. You can let those two 12s ring together. Blues scale lick. So I'll start from the cliche blues lick. So that little half step bend, just kind of pull it away from the guitar. Lay the third finger over. Then you go to the pinky up top. Oh, sorry. And then this part's a little bit tricky. You have down, up, slide, and then another up on the 17th fret. So you have, sorry. So that little thing, once you go to the 17th fret, you have second finger on 15, hammer and pull, and then slide down to 12. Now as you do that, you kind of push your finger over to grab the first finger on the second string. So you have, so from here, and a couple more notes. So that whole part. A little bit tricky rhythm there. And then you have a couple more pickup notes. One of these bends again. Like that. Alright, so that last part, I'll do the last measure of the solo. That's measure 57 with the 8, 59. Measure 59. So when you get to the end of that, where you have that another blues lick, you kind of hang out on that 12th fret up at the top for a second. Like that. Alright, so slowly through the whole solo, one more time. slide the 7th fret, and then the 5th fret and hammer on. So you have alright, and if you have good sustain on your guitar and amp, which right now for some reason I don't, keep sustaining this. Keep that sound going. I end up picking it a lot in there. I don't have a lot of distortion, but if you have a lot of gain on yours, like a lot of gain and some good sustain on your guitar, you can kind of keep that sound going by doing the slide. Alright, so that's the solo. The next thing we're going to do is go to the lead, or the fills, and some of the second guitar parts. So if you go back to section E, which is on measure 42, the second guitar part for that, it sounds like this. Lost my spot. I'll try that again. Then you slide again. Alright, so that's the harmony to the finger picking part we worked on before. So there's that that little fill. So if you go to letter I, which is measure 78, these are some of the fills. This one is for the intro. For the last little phrase of this part. Alright, the last time you do that, you have this little fill in there. It sounds like this. Alright, so that's just a little harmony there. During the verse at 1:22 and at 3:44, some of these I haven't timed out. There's a distorted guitar way in the background. There's actually two that are harmonized, and you can kind of hear them back there. It just sort of fills out the sound, and it sounds like this. Harmonized with that is sort of the same rhythm, just a little bit lower. In addition to that, there's another fill for the verse, and this is at 1:45 and 4:06. This is letter K, by the way. And it's there's some thirds on the guitar. Sounds like this. Alright, so that's again another little filler behind the verse. Letter L is a distorted guitar, and this is a fill before the chorus, and it sounds like this. I'm sorry, at the end of the chorus, my bad. In addition to that last note, there's a guitar low E. Bar. The last fill that we have is a fill at measure 50, and it's a little bluesy lick, sounds like this. So the first part is kind of self-explanatory, E minor pentatonic scale. first part, you grab these two fingers, play them normally, bend a little bit on the third finger, and then bend more on the third finger. So you have... So any questions about Nothing Else Matters, feel free to comment, send us an email, richards@richardsguitarstudio.com. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, any of those ways. If you're having problems with any part on the song, let me know and I'll try to help you out. Alright, have fun.